Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Singaporean Talks Money. So today will be a short video. Although I do have content lined up, I have been a little lazy since starting 2022. So today let's talk about my financial goals for 2022. So I'm now nearer to being 30 than to the 20s. And as I will turn 27 in 2022, it is really shocking how time flies, but 2020 and 2021 cannot be considered as being normal because we stayed home most of the time and time really just flew past without us doing anything. So maybe I'm actually still 25 years old. I do really get a sense that I have kind of wasted 2 years away because I haven't had the chance to experience many things. For example, flying overseas that didn't happen, as with the other trips that might have normally been planned. So as we experience some back to normal, for example, having to go back to the office physically, I like to also list down some financial goals for 2022. Just some simple and short ones for me to revisit at the mid-year mark and at the end of year to see how I'm progressing. So as I mentioned previously in my end of year portfolio review, I'm at about $80,000 in total for my whole investment portfolio, which is inclusive of my Singapore stock holdings, Hong Kong stock holdings, US stock holdings, and my cryptocurrencies. So this does not include my emergency funds or anything. It's really based purely on my investment portfolio. And of course, going into 2022, I'm hoping to have some form of growth for it, mainly through capital injection. And of course, if the stock market performs well, having the growth of the whole portfolio. So for me, for 2022, I hope to have my whole investment portfolio break 100,000, or in the best case scenario where I aim for the moon is for it to go to 150,000. So of course my salary, just based on capital injection alone, will not be able to push it all the way to $150,000. So that will definitely include a bull market run. But in terms of hitting $100,000, I feel like if the market is a sideways market, I would be able to hit it. But of course, if it's a downward trend, then that might not be the case. But all in all, I'm aiming for my portfolio to hit 100,000 if possible at the end of 2022. So as I also mentioned that I like to have some cash flow build up through my portfolio, I will also be aiming to have at least $100 in passive income or interest per month using various methods. So of course, as per my previous video, which is my end of year portfolio review, I mentioned about Anchor Protocol, and of course I can also leverage on centralized institutions like Honor or Celsius to help me get this $100 in interest or passive income per month. So of course that is what I'm working towards. So besides investments, I have to say that my cash position have been reducing at a fast pace that is pretty astonishing to me. This is because every month I see some form of dip and I just touch into my cash positions to buy. And although this has helped my investment portfolio to accelerate when there is a run-up in the market, it does feel scary seeing my low balances in my bank account. Of course, I do know that holding too much cash is detrimental, but I also know that having a sufficient cash position can definitely help if there is a dip or if I do face any difficulties in my 9 to 5 job. So for 2022, I like to also build up a larger war chest aside. And so that is mainly at least minimally 10% of my whole portfolio, or actually even higher if possible. So I don't want to set too many goals, as most of it will involve definitely an increase of cash input, which I think if I remain in my current job, there won't be much increase in my monthly salary, except for bonuses, which also depends as well. So let's keep it at the three main goals, which is to firstly have my investment portfolio break 100,000. Next, to have at least $100 in passive income or interest per month using the various methods. And the third, which is to have a larger war chest built up, at least minimally 10%. So today's short video is just a rough overview of my goals for 2022. Let's meet back here again at the midpoint way of 2022 and see how it's performing, whether there's any adjustment required. And yep, hope you enjoy this video. Do help me give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I really hope to be pushing out more content at a more structured timing. Not saying anything, but I do know that I've been lazier recently. So thank you.